Hello there, how are you? I hope that all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back. This is your Light and Darkness, and we are back again with new insights, new updates, and new messages for all of you. So, I received another channeling for all of you, which is about this difficulty that you are currently experiencing in your soul connection, where there's another person involved, where there's like this war going on in which either one is going to win or lose, right? So before starting with the message, I'd like to tell you that it will require a lot of discernment and deep reflection on your end after you listen to today's message, okay? For many of you out there who have these so-called karmic individuals in the picture, which are extremely negative, hostile, and power hungry, you might see at some point of time in your journey, let's say, that these people would stoop to any level just to win over you, okay? Because that's what they want. They do not have any love in their heart to be with your counterpart, neither they had any intentions of creating it, because to begin with this talk, they don't even have any idea, nor do they even want to learn what true divine unconditional love actually means. They are just with your counterpart for a few reasons which they feel like are necessary for them to fulfill, pursue, or hold on to. And one of this reason is seeking victory over you, or seeking victory over having dominion or domination over your counterpart's life or over their mind in some way, shape, or form, because truly there's only one person who rules over their heart, and that's their divine soul counterpart. That's you, right? So they cannot have that. Now, they don't even care about winning in that place, though they're going to try to, and in some situations it might look like they're having it, or it might seem like they're winning in getting that place. Now take note, I'm saying it will seem like that they're getting that place. In truth, in all reality, there's no one who can take that place. You're getting my point? That's what I'm saying. It might seem like prospectively that they're winning in some situations. So this is where you'd have to be very, very discerning and indifferent, completely detached, because many of the times you'll feel like either they are in control, either they won, either they're winning, or they got away with something that was extremely cruel, hostile, wicked, or evil in nature. The point I'm trying to make here is that a time may come on your journey where it might seem like, perceivingly, that they won and you lost, which in truth, in reality, is going to be completely opposite. That perceived victory would actually end up in a disaster for them, and that perceived loss for you would actually be a victory you wouldn't be able to realize, comprehend, or accept, or even look at that point of time. That's the point this channeling is making today. Remember, take note, I said perceived victory and perceived loss. You can never kind of lose this connection, though in this physical reality it might seem like you lost it, and that's what these people are going to take as their perceived victory, and you might take that as your perceived loss. at some point of time. This may have already happened or may happen, especially when your counterpart is the one who would still have some learning to do. Because without their permission, without their ignorance, without their ego, without them being in their delusional self, these people cannot have any control over them or over their life. That's what I'm trying to say. This might happen. This will actually happen on your journey at some point of time for you to actually realize what is going on and learn a very big, valuable life lesson. And I want you all to mind it. It might trigger you, but I'm just saying the truth. At some point of time, it might look like, it might seem like, it might feel like that they won over you, which is going to be completely false in all truth, in all honesty. It's just a thought, a belief, a perspective people are going to choose to have. In all possibility, each and every person may choose to look at things with that perspective, that the other person, the karmic, the wicked one, got away with it and won over you. But that's not true and never ever will be. This one statement came through which said that even after winning, they lose everything, and even after kind of losing, you'll win by all means. Now it'll take real reflection, real contemplation, and real balance for you to have to understand what it all means. Because this might happen, I'm telling you. In order for you to learn this lesson, it might happen. So be prepared for it. And be prepared to look at things from this perspective I'm trying to let you all know here and become aware of. Because the moment you'll slip down, the moment you'll start looking at things negatively or pessimistically, you might miss the lesson. You might feel like it was all a joke. It all went into vain. It all was for nothing but just heartbreak and defeat and loss. That's not true. All of them are actually signing up for their own loss by fighting for the victory they want over you. And the loss you think you had or might have would actually turn out to be the biggest victory of your life. These people might think that by causing separation in between you and your counterpart, by damaging your connection, or by making them do things which cannot be undone, they'll win over you. But the point is, divine is going to give you something even more bigger than what these people think they snatched away from you. As I said, they don't really care about love or anything else. They just want to win over you. They just want to satisfy their ugly wants and deeds. They just want to satisfy their overinflated ego. That's what they want. And they can, by all means, stoop to any filthy level they can to get it done. That's what they think is the victory for them. Now, if you look at things from the perspective I'm trying to tell you, do you see any victory in it, or do you see a complete loss? Because we all know we write our destinies at every point of time. So how can you not see the loss there? And how can you not see the victory God is giving to you? You'll have to. You'll have to look at this from a very higher perspective. Please pay attention to me. They can do anything they want or anything that comes into their mind because they want to hurt you and make you feel like you mean nothing. That's what they think is the victory, especially for those whose counterparts are either with someone else or got married or thinking of getting married. It might happen and they might feel like they won over you. But really, look at things from a higher perspective. Is that really a victory, or is that the biggest mistake, the biggest blunder, and the biggest loss of their life? That they messed up a divine connection just to satisfy their ego. Now, how can you not see what consequences lie ahead for that? Now look at things. Is that a loss or a victory? Look at it. And then you might feel like you got doomed, or you're doomed, or now there's no future for you, there's no hope for you. But the thing is that divine is going to give you something so big, these people are going to regret what they did to you, which means that divine is going to replace that loss with such a big blessing, such a big breakthrough, that feel like, what just happened? I mean, what just happened? The loss they think they brought to your life, they'd feel victorious about, is never going to happen actually. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Please listen. I'll repeat. The loss these people want you to experience, after which they'll feel like they won over you, you'll never get that loss. You'll never experience that loss. That's what I'm saying. Please understand. Today's channeling has a lot of layers in it for you to get into, to understand the complete message. First thing, their perceived victory would actually end up in a horrible disaster. Your perceived loss would end up becoming the biggest breakthrough of your life, and the loss they want you to experience, they wish for you to experience, is something you'll never experience. Now look at it. This is your message. This is your channeling. This is your divine guidance, and this is your, sigh of relief here. This is your blessing here. Look at how God is working here. For sure in your favor, definitely not in theirs. Can you not see it? I want you all to see it. See it the way God wants you to see it, not the way they want you to see it. Your counterpart may make 110,000 blunders on this journey you're not responsible for, and that's not your loss. That's the point I'm trying to make here. These people can do anything to make them do things which can never be undone, which can never be repaired, which can never be changed, but that's not a loss. It's the biggest loss. It's going to be the biggest loss for them, not for you. That's why I'm saying their perceived victory is like their own grave for them. They'll at some point of time definitely going to land into, or in a little blunt way, rot into. It might trigger, but I'm just speaking the truth. Cut me some slack. Getting it? So this was your message for today. I hope that you enjoyed listening to me and this brought you the clarity you were seeking and were hoping to get. If so, do let me know how you felt in the comment section below. Feel free to hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel for more such content to be readily available for all of you on a regular basis. With that being said, do not hesitate to follow through with the link given in the description box below if your heart says so. Also, if any of you are interested in taking a personal reading, do contact me or consult with me through way of my given email address provided in the description box below. That's all. I'll be back sooner than later. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye-bye.